Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew the movie over here. So, if I'm gonna review the Alien movies leading up to Alien Covenant, why not review the Alien vs. Predator movies? Uh, alright, so Alien vs. Predator is directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who is known to be one of the worst directors of all time, even though, I liked a couple of his movies. Mortal Kombat is one of the best movies based on video games ever, even though that movie is awful. It's bad, but it's watchable for how bad it is. And Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil, is a guilty pleasure. Sorry. But Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil, in my opinion, is a guilty pleasure for me. I find some enjoyment out of that movie, even though it's far from a masterpiece. That is one of the only movies based off video games that I like. Not love, but like. I also didn't mind Event Horizon. I thought Event Horizon was a fun science fiction movie, a fun little alien knockoff movie. But this is without doubt one of his worst films. So, Alien vs. Predator follows billionaire Charles Bishop Weyland, played by Lance Henriksen, and his team of drillers, scientists, and archaeologists to an obscure pyramid site in Antarctica. Hmm, a horror film that takes place in Antarctica. Yeah, that really does not remind me of The Thing. Among the icy ruin, allegedly lies the proof of an empire predating humankind. Once there, however, the group finds more than ancient uh, sarcophages, something like that, and hieroglyph hieroglyphics. Rather, their discovery consists of dismembered human skeletons and fossils, remains of the alien creatures that appear to have violently burst out of their chests. Hor- Even more horrifying is the evidence suggesting that the aliens may still exist. Indeed, there are aliens below the pyramids, but an equal threat looms above three predators, all on the verge of manhood, are engaged in a gruesome rite of passage. Every 100 years, young predators must travel to Earth and take on a hunting ritual in order to complete the transition to adulthood or die in the process. Before long, the humans find themselves battling for their own lives as the predators and aliens continue their fight for superiority or superior, something like that. The film also features Sana, Sana Lathan, Raoul Bova, Ewan Bremer, and Colin Samuel, and Agath Della Boule. Yeah. Sorry, I cannot pronounce any of these people's names right, but yeah, one thing I don't understand, why did they make this movie PG-13? The first Predator movie you had was pretty gory. Alien wasn't fully bloody, but it had blood in it. Okay, that's not my main issue with this movie. My main issue with this movie is it's so boring. Not only that, I mean, yes, I will admit the practical effects most of the time is well done, but the CGI, no. I mean, there is a lot of practical effects with the aliens and stuff, but I just can't hide the fact that it's just. I found more enjoyment out of Freddy vs. Jason. That was a fun, guilty pleasure movie, even though Freddy vs. Jason battles doesn't happen that much. But that happens more in that movie than this movie. And near the end of the movie, the main character teams up with the Predator to stop them xenomorphs. I'm not buying that. I'm like, what? This is supposed to be a battle between aliens and predators, but now the predator teams up with the main character near the end of the movie? The fuck? I remember having this movie on DVD, and I remember doing a rant on it, and I sold the DVD by the way. I do not care if it was a collector's edition. I just didn't want that movie in my collection. But yeah, this film got a lot of hype, and and people backlash it because it's PG-13. Some of them, but this movie was just so dull and slow. The new characters that were in this movie were just so bland at best. They weren't that memorable. I mean, it might not be as bad as its sequel, but it still is pretty damn bad. I mean, this was just a very slow and boring, dull movie that I don't understand what Paul W.S. Anderson was thinking. I really don't get it, but I will say this. It's probably not as bad as the last two Resident Evil movies I saw, which were Resident Evil Afterlife and Resident Evil Retribution. Those two movies are far worse. I have not seen the new movie, and I don't feel like watching it anytime soon, unless it's free. But anyways, let me wrap this up. This movie was just a boring, slow movie that, while the battle sequences with the alien predator are entertaining, the most entertaining part of the movie, and the effects do look well, it's still not a very good movie. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. So that is it for this video, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.